We're not starting new parties. You know, they kept saying, he's going to start a brand new party. We have the Republican Party. It's going to unite and be stronger than ever before. I am not starting a new party.
Welcome back to the program. So as you know, over the weekend, CPAC has come and gone, but CPAC was in Orlando, Florida, and the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, was able to speak to the Conservative Political Action Conference, and he had quite a bit to say, and a lot of people watching him supported him. There was even, if you will, a golden statue of Donald Trump. So I'm bringing in two guests now, my political panel, to discuss what's happening with the Republican Party, what's happening with Donald Trump, what's happening with CPAC. Joining me now is Minister Vivian Childs. She is a Republican strategist and works in the Georgia area. And then we also have Timothy Allen Simon, attorney at law, owner of TAS Strategies in San Francisco, California, also a political strategist. I want to thank you both for joining me. Vivian, if you don't mind, I'll go to you first because you are someone who deals with the Republican Party. You've seen the Republican Party in the past year go through a lot. And then I want to ask you about CPAC and what former President Donald Trump had to say.
Well, what he said, I think, was expected by most of us. We needed to hear what he was going to do going forward. And I think he dispelled a lot of things that people thought he might do, and he did not. I like the fact where he encouraged people to just stay where they were in the party. That was huge for me because I know there's been a lot of talk about a third party. And so he made sure that that was not the case of what he was trying to do, but to stay where we were and just make this party the party it should be.
Did you have any concerns at all about the fact that the former president kept saying that the election was stolen?
No, and I will tell you why, because there are many people who know that what they've been told and what they have seen on hand, even if you don't use the word stolen, there may have been some things that happened that was not the norm. And that's how I like to look at it. I don't know if y'all are aware, but I was actually a congressional candidate during that entire period. And so there were just some irregularities that just did not appear to be right, especially when it came to the absentee ballots. So it didn't bother me because I also had a feeling, when you do everything that you're supposed to do, you have all the people that are there for you, and then you see absentee ballots come out the yin, something is not quite the norm. So no, that didn't bother me at all for him to say that. And I'm sure all of us knew that that would be said.
Okay, so you were a congressional candidate in Georgia, but the former president took exception to Georgia, actually attacking or even going so far as to trying to get votes from the Secretary of State in Georgia, as well as attacking the governor of Georgia, saying that the election was rigged. But you yourself are a Republican. The governor is a Republican. The Georgia Secretary of State is a Republican. And you're still thinking that something was wrong with the election?
I think that there were some things that happened that should not have happened. Yes, I do believe that.
Timothy, let me bring you in here because what Minister Vivian Childs is stating is what many Republicans believe took place, that they still believe the vote was not valid because of irregularities, albeit that the United States has ruled that it was a fair and square election. But this shows some of the sentiment among the 75 million people who voted for Donald Trump. What say you about this situation?
Well, it's a platform of grievance, conspiracies, and quite in all due respect to Reverend Childs' lies. There were Republican appointed judges by Donald Trump who disapproved the appeal process that was carried out by the Trump campaign to try to decertify the election because of the African-American concentrated areas that overwhelmingly voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, even though Trump did gain in African-American votes. So it is Trump's party. I think CPAC has established that clearly. Even his son, Donald Trump Jr., polled high in a straw poll. That troubles me as a former Republican. And he will continue to push this lie about the election results, because the lie fits very well into the culture of conspiracies, the culture of white grievance, the belief that something has been stolen from me and I have to take it back in order to make America great again. Donald Trump is toying with the idea of being a candidate in 2024 because he was not convicted in the impeachment and he only did one term. He is eligible to be a candidate in 2024 unless there is some other legal obstacle that he faces that he will not overcome. But the sad thing for a party that I was once a part of is to see it now migrate into this mythicism and belief and really idol worship, in my honest view, as demonstrated by the golden the golden statue of President Trump. This idol worship where this man is the party. What's the party's platform? Donald Trump. What's the party's policies? Donald Trump. And I think that is not healthy for the party, but you reap what you sow. It's a dichotomy of sorts, but there's no ifs, ands, or but that he is the leader of the Republican Party and he will have major influence in the primaries as well as the midterms that are coming forward.
Mr. Charles, I'd like to give you a final word about this. Is Donald Trump someone that you still support?
Absolutely, I still support him. But let me tell you what I support. We have a new president according to all the rules, and I'm good with that. And I would have been good with it the other way around. Let me tell you, when people are saying we're following Trump, I followed Trump's policies. I followed the things that he promised that he would do, and he did those things. That is why, I was a Trump surrogate and would be one again if asked, because what he said he would do, he did.
But thank you both for weighing in on this political issue that is really about personality more than anything else, the personality of Donald Trump. Reverend Childs, thank you. Vivian Childs out of Atlanta, Georgia. And my good friend Timothy Allen Simon, thank you for joining me from San Francisco. I appreciate the conversation.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Reverend Childs.
Thank you.
We're back with more after this.